And welcome back to DK Vine Done Slow. I'm Hyle Russell. This is kind of the first of two cooldown streams I'm doing with Mario Kart 64. So I'm done with the main Grand Prix, all four engine classes and reality perceptions in both standard and mirror mode extra. So what I'm doing for the next two streams is just kind of having fun with Mario Kart 64 a little bit. I beat it for all of you, which was quite embarrassing. So now I'm just going to show off some of the game's other stuff, some of the little details that you can't really focus on when you're trying to win a race. And the game's multiplayer, which I'll be doing next time with some friends. Right now, I thought I would try to pull off some of the weirder shortcuts, some of the kind of glitchy things that you can exploit in Mario Kart 64. I won't be doing everything. Like, there are some, like, very minuscule things, and some things you can probably only pull off with a lighter weight character. Since I am ride or die with Donkey Kong in this game, I would never sully my good name by playing as Toad or Yoshi. So, yeah, we're just going to explore Mario Kart 64 a bit on this stream. Won't be quite as long as before, but so first of all, there you go. You can see you can pull up your time for Mario Raceway on the title screen. I don't know why that track. It's just a developer favorite. I guess they like to test themselves doing Mario Raceway, but it's not my favorite track for sure. I would pick DK's Jungle Parkway, but hello to Chris in a live stream, Jeffrin, there's a Matt. Let's get going. This is just basically gonna be hanging out with me for however long, playing Mario Kart 64. But you not playing it. I'm gonna be playing it. But if you have a shortcut or something you want me to try to pull off, shout it out in the chat. I am live streaming this right now on Twitch, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, sorry, I'm not. I can't take your suggestions. I'm in the past, you're in the present. So we're going to do most of these in time trial, or maybe all of them in time trial. Now, another fun thing about time trial is how persnickety, yes, I said persnickety, how persnickety it is for Mario Kart 64, because everything is attached to the N64 controller pack. For whatever reason, and I've never really done a deep dive on this, you can't save any of your ghost data, like the recording of your character doing the time, your best time, the time you want saved. You can't use that without an N64 controller pack. And I don't know about any other 90s kids in attendance right now, but I never used an N64 controller pack. I would have gotten one if that's how you did stop and swap, but it just, most games had battery back saving. Why would I have a thing in my controller, which then you had to, like, weigh your options between using that and the Rumble pack later on? It was just too much. And the fact that Mario Kart 64 is so married to it when it comes to saving its time travels made time trials feel like it wasn't even worth it, really. Saving ghost data, at least. It can still save your times, of course, but and of course, here on Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack, you cannot use a controller pack, because I'm using a little faux N64 controller. I mean, it's an N64 controller, but it's for the Nintendo Switch. You can see the little icon under Donkey Kong. It's my profile pic, but it has it like filled in the back. It has like a fake controller pack in there, but there's nothing actually serving as a controller pack. So it's stupid. Yeah, Jeffrin says, got one eventually, but yeah, it was annoying as hell, especially once the Rumble pack came out. It was a barbaric time, wasn't it? So, Yeah, I don't have any particular order on doing these in. Let me just have some fun with Calamari Desert at first. This is great because I don't have to worry about computer-controlled players. This is fantastic. I know there's a couple things you can pull off, and there's one thing that I think only works with the star in Calamari Desert, which is going into the tunnel. We can attempt to go into the tunnel here, but I don't know. I mentioned on my last stream, let's see if I can, so there's you can take an extreme shortcut here, or just really just cut your time off by doing that, which is fun to do in time travel. You blow all your mushrooms on one lap, but it's fine. I mentioned on the last stream I really liked Calamari Desert. It's one of, I mean, I don't like it as far as like a track goes. Like, it's not like one of my most fun to play, but I just really like how they were able to create this environment in the N64. I have a soft spot for these big blocky polygonal mesas. I don't know. It's just one of those, like, so many of the Mario Kart 64 tracks feel dreamy to me. Like, they take an environment, be it like this pastiche of the American Southwest, or a motocross stadium, or just a canyon or a jungle, and it just feels a little, it feels more realistic than like Mario Kart tracks starting around Double Dash through DS through Wii. I think they feel more realistic, but they're just slightly heightened. Like, there's this dreamy quality to it all that I really, really appreciate about Mario Kart 64. Like, I really love Mario Kart 8's take on Mario and Donkey Kong's world, or worlds, but they really went with the, so see, I cut off at least 3 seconds by doing that. That's so impressive. They went the heightened realism route, and it looks gorgeous, but I like how this one went with, like, we'll retry it really quick. I don't know, it just feels slightly otherworldly, like you're in a dream, like something is not quite right. And there's my ghost. Yeah, that won't be saved. This time I'm gonna just try to go into the tunnel, but Lakitu will stop me. If you have the star, Lakitu will be like, oh no! Oh no, Lakitu didn't stop me. Well, I'm wrong. Okay, well that's the tunnel. There's something to do there with the tunnel, but I forget. If you remember what it is in the live stream, let me know. Maybe it's just something in the races, like, or like it's triggering the, triggering the next lap or something by using the star. It might be that. You can tell I never really did it. Anyway, that's the tunnel. They really incorporate the tunnel in Calamari Desert in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Tour. Like, you drive into it all the time. Chris says, did you know Lanky Kong is driving the train? Well, that would be terrible, because that would mean Lanky's first appearance is in a Mario game, which would potentially nullify his DKU status by way of the Waluigi rule. So good going there, Chris. There's some. Well, let's do Frap Snowland. There's a fun shortcut here. This is one I pulled off all the time as a kid. Let's see if I can still do it. I don't even need mushrooms for it. All right. Go back a little bit. I don't need to go back this far. Reverse, Donkey Kong. Alright, well, this isn't going to be that impressive lap time-wise, but... Alright, so... Let's see if I did it right. And race data cannot be saved for Ghost. So he puts you back right there, and... Yep, lap 2. So you can... Whoops, I didn't mean to... So Lakitu is very judicious with going off track in Frap Snowland, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but so you gotta jump right before the, like right at the corner there before it becomes land, and then and so you can get like a full 3-lap time in under a minute if you do it with a little bit more grace and elegance. Then it's hard for Donkey Kong to reverse. Okay, in this very narrow passage here, but yeah. Whoa, I don't know if that will trigger it or not, or if I screwed it up. There's a little, yeah, there's a little bit of leeway there, but just so long as you're not touching the land before you do it. So that's a fun way to cheese Frap Snowland. So weird that they abbreviate Donkey Kong as D.K. in this game. Like, I know I talked about this before, but DK was just not this universal nickname for Donkey Kong at this point. I think I honestly don't know if it's the cartoon that really made that catch on. Just DK. DK. Hey, DK. Hey, DK. Or whatever Diddy sounded like in that game. Just because Diddy is also DK. Dixie is also DK, which is why in Tropical Freeze they had to go complicated by having DD barrels and DX barrels. AK Vansky says, game save checkpoint where you go out of bounds so you can trick it with going out of bounds behind the finish line there. I don't understand how any of this works, honestly. Mario Raceway, I don't even remember what it is in Mario Raceway. I'm just kind of going blind here. Something to do with the wall here. I think you line up with the wall. No, this isn't the right spot. I don't even know where you do it. I'm sorry. No, I did it wrong. There's something where you can kind of just go through the wall. And it's, I don't know where exactly it's lined up. If it's right here, maybe? I never really did this one as a kid because it was boring. Like I said, Mario Raceway wasn't my... No. Oh. Mario Raceway wasn't my favorite track. I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's just kind of there. It's like a more cumbersome Luigi Raceway. So... yeah, I don't know. What happened? No, see, Lakitu just stops you dead there. I always try to get over this mountain here, or get to the other side of this fence, but they really do block your path. Or Lakitu does. And this game, he's a lot more just whatever about going off the track, going out of bounds. You have a little bit more leeway. I don't really like it in later Mario Kart games where Lakitu's just like, no, I'm not having it. Because I like being able to exploit ridiculous crap. That race data cannot be saved for Ghost thing. That's such an annoying thing. Especially DK's Jungle Parkway. DK's Jungle Parkway, they really do... like, you're going to get that all the time. Ah, okay, well, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, okay, AK Vansky's from the Mario Kart 64 community, and talking to me about, how to pull this off. Thing is, I don't know... I'll try it a couple more times. I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to line up to do it. I think I have to jump and use a boost. I don't really remember. It's been 26 years since I really went about this. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't right. Gotta love the grass textures, though. Yeah, yeah. What if I get like? Okay, Lakitu. I know. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm not gonna have a good time. Here's the thing. I don't really care. Oh. It's a weird perspective. Oh, and you got the grass coming up. I like that, though. Nope. It's almost the right spot. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help. If I don't really know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's where the two sides of the brick meet, I think, right? Oh! I don't know why I felt like that was gonna be it. You just see how like flimsy these barriers are, though. Just when the camera clips through them, you're like, oh, there's really nothing there, is there? Oh. But this is such a fun. These early N64 games, especially, were just fun to break. Cause it like it almost felt like you're getting away with lifting the veil a little bit, you know. I would say it was around Banjo-Kazooie where games really just started to feel a bit more polished on the N64, where it wasn't really feeling like this. I don't know, anarchy, where you're just using it as your own personal playground, where you could use it as your own personal playground. Oh, I don't have any mushrooms left. Well, that'll do it. I might come back to this one if I can't pull it off here, just because I don't want this to be the entire stream. I'm already growing tired with this. Alright. Nope, that wasn't it. See, the smart play would have been to practice all of these beforehand. But I didn't really care about this one. I didn't really care about this one. But yeah, you're supposed to just be able to clip through the wall. Yeah, wow. I don't like this. We're gonna move on to something more fun. Yes. Okay. So, you've seen me pull this off like once on the stream, and I was doing it a little bit wrong. I was relying on the mushroom, but I know you can just hop over this sans mushroom. And then, yeah, but it's easier to use the mushroom. Or just do it like that, and then you come back around. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, you can have like a 10-second lap in Wario Stadium, but I can never pull off hopping back over the wall. You gotta just get the timing exactly right, and I could never in my life. I might have been able to do it like once in the last decade and a half. But that first jump's a lot easier to pull off. And honestly, it's all you really need. My thinking is, like, especially in a race, why chance it by slowing yourself down if you just been given this sublime gift of leapfrogging over so much of the track, why not just take your gift horse and don't look it in the mouth? But see, it's easier with the mushroom. Oh, I have to get, like, yeah, it's, yeah, see, I don't even know. Look, don't use this as a tutorial, people. I'm just having fun. I'm not an expert Mario Kart 64 tricks crafts person. I'm just here to unwind after the brutality that was racing through those penguins and the thwomps and falling off Yoshi Valley and all of that nonsense. I'm just exhaling a little bit today. Those the crowd in Wario Stadium, they look like little Q-tips. They look like little Q-tips. Ah, screwed it up. Well, no. Let's finish it. I'm going to try to do it without the mushroom. I don't even know if I can. It's so much easier with the mushroom, but I don't need the mushroom. Ah. Just want to do it once. I just want to do it once in my life so I can say I did it and then never have to worry about it again. Did it! Alright, haha, I don't have to worry about it ever again. So you remember, this is a near 5-minute race, so you can significantly cut it down by almost half if you don't faff about after pulling them off. But it's a very helpful thing to know if you don't want to be asked with doing this whole thing. And it's a lovely track. It's one of my favorite in the game. You're doing yourself a disservice by skipping it, but if you are in a Grand Prix or whatever and you just want to and see, that gets it down by a minute, but you can get it down to a 10-second lap if you're able to jump over the other wall, which I clearly cannot do. I don't have the skills. It's fine. I'm good at other things. Like, self-deprecation. Great at that. So, let's just go to Royal Raceway. I don't really have any, anything to really do here. I know there's probably a shortcut or two. Not really impressive shortcuts, but they are shortcuts. But what I would like to do is just explore the castle grounds, because this isn't just me pulling off shortcuts. This is also me just admiring environment, and that is the most noteworthy environment in Mario Kart 64, and it is... I mean, it started a trope in Mario games, especially these Mario side games, these sports competition party games, whatever, however you want to define them, parse them out. It started this tradition of putting Peach's Castle as an Easter egg, and I think with each one, not even an Easter egg, just here's Peach's Castle, but I think with each one, they became less impactful. This mattered right here, because this was literally, in just a little bit less fidelity, the castle grounds from Super Mario 64. Just here on the side of Royal Raceway. That was the coolest thing. Especially because Mario games seldom do this now. But back then, like, it was mind-blowing when you had a sunken airship from Super Mario Bros. 3 in the waters of Dinosaur Land in Super Mario World. Like, that was just amazing bit of continuity. So to have this, to have the entire castle grounds here in Mario Kart 64, just unbelievable. We've got the moat. The only thing is, I wish they had the waterfall. I wish the waterfall was there. But anybody who had an N64, especially if you were an early adopter, you didn't have a lot of games to play, and so Super Mario 64 was the big one. And like I said, even though my opinions of the game rapidly became hostile once Banjo-Kazooie came out, and it was kind of like, which side are you on? Well, of course, I'm a Rare boy, so I'm going to say Banjo-Kazooie's better. But, and it was, but I still have a lot of nostalgia and affection, appreciation for Super Mario 64. So, like I said, I would just explore here for a shamefully long time as Donkey Kong, imagining I was Donkey Kong in a 3D platformer. I'm really glad they didn't put Donkey Kong in Super Mario 64 DS, though. That would have that wouldn't have been for me. But yeah, I only wish there's a way to get up to the castle roof, right? I wonder if it would be even more disappointing in Mario Kart 64 than it was in the original game. These like little 2D trees are kind of illusion shattering, though, if you really like, 'cause, you know, you're expecting Mario to be able to jump up in them, climb, and here we've just got clearly, you know, not something you can interact with, but thanks for fishing me out, Lakitu. Anyway, yeah, that's just Peach's Castle. I don't even need to finish this race. Well, I should have just changed course. I'm quitting, and I should just change course. But it lets me see that lovely title screen, so... I'm loath to do it. Actually, yeah, let's... I don't want to go to Sherbert Land because I don't like this track, but if I'm not racing anybody on it, what's the harm? So that's the big penguin out there. I know what you want. You want a big penguin. And of course, lots of urban legends about this big penguin, about how the big penguin could like be activated and like attack you or other drivers, and it was all nonsense. It's just set dressing, like this mama penguin, presumably. But it wouldn't stop you from trying to reach her. This is like those things you would try to do as a kid, and of course there's no end goal, and you know you're never going to actually get over there without, you know, potentially a cheating device, but just wasting away afternoons trying to do stuff like that was always enjoyable. And I feel like we get away from that the older we get. The less free time we have is just like I said, faffing about in games and trying to uncover hidden truths that we wouldn't ordinarily think were there. So I have a great affection for anything in a game that serves no purpose other than to titillate the imagination. Get me over there. Put me over there, Lakitu. I want to say hello to Mama Penguin. Donkey Kong that like lowered his immune system, falling cold water so many times. I think he got really sick after Mario Kart 64. Especially, like, I can't even imagine what germs he would pick up being in an unfamiliar environment like the Mushroom Kingdom. I bet he was sick for like 2 weeks after Mario Kart 64, like the convention flu. Also, yeah, I want to give a shout out to how the characters are mirrored in the ice. That's just a lovely little detail. Ah! And that sound of the ice just freezing over him. Lovely. I love it. coloring here kind of reminds me of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, the second, I guess, mission in that game where you're going through the Rebels' Echo base on the ice planet Hoth. It's another early N64 game that I played way more of than I would have had it come out at any other point in the system's life. But boy, did I play the hell out of that game. That also had lots of little stuff you could, like, just try to explore, try to go off the beaten path. There's a room up there. How do you get up to that room? I want to get to that room. Eventually get a Game Shark and you can go back with the jetpack. Boba Fett's jetpack. And you go up to that room and there's nothing in there, but you felt so good seeing it with your own eyes. So yeah, this might be my least favorite track in the game, at least to race on. Let's just unwind though. Take a look at the back of this Bowser statue. Anybody else check out this Bowser statue's butt? Because I'm doing that right now. I really like the grass particle effect, whatever you call it. It's just a nice little. Now you're not like actually making any tire marks in Bowser's courtyard, which would be satisfying, but. And then this guy right here, why is he in jail? He's called a green thwomp, but if you look, it's just the way the light that's shining on him, but it's a pretty small jail cell to house him in. No toilet or bed, but I assume because he's a thwomp, he doesn't really need either. He's just floating there, though. He looks like he's sleeping until you bang against his bars and he laughs maniacally at you. Just like the Mama Penguin. Lots of urban legends around this one. Jail cell opening and what have you. That's just a weird little detail they put in there. And I feel like Mario Kart games got away from that a little bit. They got away from putting in weird little details in tracks. They would put in lots more details. Like, just a disgusting amount of details. But it wouldn't really be anything that would make you wonder, like... And look, just slightly bonking into a thwomp means the race data cannot be saved or ghost. How delicate, how precious is this ghost data? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If your ghost can't whack into a thwomp, if it can't get hit in the head with a durian fruit, then it's not worth it. It's stupid. Ever just look out at the sea of lava out here? Meh. I like the way the lava, the magma looks in this, though, because it looks... Now, granted, my favorite lava on the N64 is Hot Top Volcano, but I really like that this just looks so... molten? I don't know. It looks like it's got... It's solidified a little bit. It looks more realistic, honestly, probably, than the lava and Hot Top Volcano. I just like the way the lava and Hot Top Volcano bubbles. But anyway, it's a nice little horizon there. I like the gradient effect. It's a very simple effect, but I like it all the same. Alright, let's head to DK Jungle Parkway, which I'm probably going to be spending most of my time in DK Jungle's Parkway. Trying to pull off this thing I'm out to try to show you. So, there's a big glitchy shortcut here. And I've pulled it off before. It's been a long time since I've attempted it. Let's see. Oh, no. So you gotta jump just right at the edge of the cavern from where the slope meets. There we go. Oh, splashdown. So then you get put back down here. And you're not supposed to fall that far, but look, lap 2. I fell that far. Like, you can fall that far, but you can only fall a short amount, and he'll put you back closer. But I just love, and there's water down there. I love that. Oh, I went too far. I love that there's, like, an underground, like, lake in the cavern. Like, I'm taking this as canon. I'm taking this not as a glitch, but this is actually a feature of this cave in Donkey Kong Island. Like, there's a little gap you can jump down into, and you fall into this underground reservoir. Oh, nope, too far. And you get hit by the durians. So this is hard to get because you have to really get just the right and then you're like, if you're me, you go too early because you're just ready to go through that cavern. Oh, and sometimes you just hit the solid bit because you don't jump soon enough, and it takes a lot of practice and skill to get just right. And see, I kind of clipped through there, but I didn't hit that sweet spot, just going right down the middle. Oh. I'll get it eventually, it's okay. It's a relief they didn't patch this out in subsequent releases. So, like, the version we're playing on the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack wouldn't have this. It's nice that they just said, oh well, it's part of the game. Doesn't ruin anything for it being there. People want to use it. Oh. I'm glad I pulled it off once so you can see. I was really worried this was going to be another Mario race where at least I know what I'm doing here. It just... There we go. And look how far he falls and just how deep underneath the track he actually is. I guess he's falling into the river, technically. Oh my god. Put me all the way back there. Yeah, he's falling into the river for sure, but from the perspective of in-universe, I like to think that it's an underground reservoir. So it's supposed to be really impressive doing this because you get really short lap times, as you can see, because I wasted so much time trying to get it again. Oh, and I just did a tumble. Oh no. Nope. Alright, come on. Ah, yes. I've never really perfected the short fall. Oh my god, why did it put me all the way back here? Oh, I didn't do it right. I think you have to clear a certain part of it. But clearly Lack 2 wasn't full that time around. It's almost not worth it, is it? That it has to be this precise, but it's fun that it's there. Ah. Maybe Lack 2 sealed it. It was just like, alright. You're not doing this anymore. I think I went too far to the... No, I got it. Okay, never mind. So, that 45-second lap is pretty good. I don't know about lap 2, but not an all-time record. Let's retry. I'm not done with DK Jungle Parkway because I just want to explore it a little bit. It's the Congo jungle, but not made by Rare. So you can't go over the cave. But I've always wanted to drive atop the cave, right? Because all that grass, it's so inviting to just... Oh, but the durians are really not liking that. The restless natives, as the instruction manual called them, I believe. Now the steamboat there, you just clip right through that, I think. I think most of it is not solid. If maybe if you hit it at the right angle, I forget, but I feel like I've just... And see the mountains up there? See the snowy mountains? I'll linger it on lap 2 if you missed it, but... Oh. There's a good look at it, though. Okay, never mind. See, there's snowy mountains up there. I really like that little attention to detail. Very similar to the renders in, Yeah, see, you just sailed right through it. Very similar to the renders from Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land. In Donkey Kong Land did establish there are snow-capped peaks in the Congo jungle, despite what the map of Donkey Kong Island would lead you to believe, so... A lovely little... These trees are weird. These trees right here. Ow. And of course, this is probably... Environmentally speaking, if you get really close to it, it's the ugliest damn track in the game. They tried, as I've said in this series, they tried to make a really lush jungle on the N64, and you know, you're not supposed to be going right up to this. That's probably why they had the durian fruits hitting you repeatedly, so you wouldn't be getting too close to all of this and being like, this looks like shit. See the banana trees up? See the bananas growing up there? Well, there's bananas, and you see bananas if you actually are looking far enough away. All right, ow, ow. This is a lovely view of the waterfall, though. And look, you can see, is that the steam I'm seeing from the boat? Donkey Kong's all wet. Go back up. Yes, I know. I'm doing bad. Stop wagging your finger at me. I'm Bernie Sanders this year. Yeah, that must have been that. Must have been the steam from the boat. I really, really wish I could just jump out of the cart and go swimming in the river. I mean, I wouldn't get very far, but... Alright, I'm gonna come back in with mushrooms in tow. The cavern looks great, though, doesn't it? Jesus. I haven't, like, timed the fruit hitting Donkey Kong's scalp, but I wonder... Oh. I wonder if it's uniform, or if there are different parts of the track where they beat you more heavily. Oh man, they don't give you a lot of time to try to line up there before the durian pushes you off the edge there. Realize this is stupid. I apologize. No, I want to try to boost that little sliver of land. But the durian is really making it... Oh, man. Couldn't even use my mushroom there. Just didn't give me enough time. Ah. Oh. I think the way the plants kind of like jut out there make it just so you can't actually attempt what I'm attempting, which is... Yeah, see, they really don't want you to do what I'm trying to do, and I'm sure there probably is a way to do it, but alas, the game doesn't like it. Ah. It is amusing just to see where Lakitu tries to cut you off. Like where he's like, you can't drive anymore at this one specific part, but then other parts will just let you go crazy. And let you... Because he's just so confident you will not be able to get over there. And I'm sure what would happen if I was able to get over that little bit of vegetation is then you would just come to a dead stop and like he would pick you up. Really is a killjoy. This is why I do appreciate Diddy Kong Racing. I mean, for myriad of reasons why I do appreciate Diddy Kong Racing over Mario Kart 64, but it's that there is no out of bounds patrician who like comes in and says like, I mean, TT will say no, wrong way, but that's more of a friendly warning than he is like you're not just gonna have him ride in on a cloud, or I guess a magic carpet if Taj lets him use it, and fish hook you out of there. So wow. So you can really go off the beaten path as much as Diddy Kong Racing will let you. Obviously there are limits to everything, but and there are invisible walls, but you know. So this is Yoshi Valley. Oh look, the egg moves really oddly from a distance. Like it's still moving oddly. I wonder at what point does it start behaving. Now it's spinning. Okay. So it doesn't spin. What point does it start spinning? Let's see if we can... This is what I'm trying to do. So not spinning. Okay, it just started spinning. I don't know if you saw. He's in the way because he says I'm going in reverse, which is technically true. It's technically true because he doesn't want you to see the inner workings of the game. I'm breaking the spell of Mario Kart 64. Not spinning. Okay, just started spinning, and you see it goes from very like low texture to BAM! It's like approaching an island in Sea of Thieves on the Xbox One. Okay. Here we go. It's so weird. Now it's okay. Yeah, it's just an ugly egg. Ugly egg. You're not supposed to see this. Okay. let me see here. Do I really have a goal here? Potentially not. I don't know. I don't know if that does anything. Probably not. I got so transfixed by the egg. This secret trickery of this giant stupid Yoshi egg that wonder if this will count to as a lap, even though no, it doesn't. Ouch. Ouch. So all of that, he puts you back all that way, and it doesn't even count as a lap. Well, thank you, Lakitu. It's because he's punishing me for seeing the egg in its true state. So yeah, they do fence off all of this so you can't, you know, do what I'm attempting to do and boundary break. See if the fence ends at any point. Probably not. At least not to where you can get it. Like, it'll end right where it's safe for it to end, probably. Which is at the very edge. Oh, yep, and you can't get around it for sure. Alright. Hello to Gibbon in the live stream. Says there's some interesting videos on what counts as a lap or not. Yeah, like I said, I can't really parse out what counts as a lap in this game, but I'm gonna save Rainbow Road for my last little gamut. What other tracks do I want to do? Let's just do Moo Moo Farm. I like Moo Moo Farm. Like I mentioned the dreamlike quality of this game. This is very much a dreamlike farm. And look at the Moo Moos. I don't even know if they were officially established as Moo Moos in this game or if they were just cows. But these are the Moo Moos. Yeah, I think they're a fun design. Not as fun as the rare cow, of course. I would never go so far as to say that. And you know, you got this, like, road, this implied road that cuts through the countryside, but you kind of shatter the illusion if you get up close and you see there's nothing actually there for that bridge. And there's ice cream swirl trees are odd, too. Like, a lot of cow butt, I'm surprised this hasn't wound up in something like Mario Kart Tour yet. For as much as Moo Moo Farm and, well, more so Moo Moo Meadows is referenced, it doesn't really show up a whole lot. Oh, no, I can't save my ghost, and I really wanted to preserve this lap time. Can I be on lap 0 now? No, alright. There's a Moo Moo all the way up there. Ah. Yeah, look how far up that Moo Moo is. I don't know. I love this. I just like the detail. I just like the detail. I'm just appreciating cow butt and udder. It's also a nice barn. It's a nice N64 barn. Yeah, I quit instead of just changing course. I'm sorry. I'm so used to rage quitting in Mario Kart 64. What can I say? Alright, let's see if I can... I do like that the reason this is, like, Koopa Troopa Beach is just because there is a rock that sort of looks like one. And there's no other reason beyond that. So much easier to do this in time trial than it is in Grand Prix mode. It's also weird not to be able to do tricks in this game. You know, the having Donkey Kong pose like Hulk Hogan circa 1988, going off ramps. So used to that in Mario Kart these days. This lap, not really much to see here, is there? Suppose I could take the long way around. Ooh. There's this little sandbar here. It's something, I suppose. And then there's this big rock that is kind of pointless in time trial. There's normally an item block up there, which again, pointless in time trial, but there you go. Wow, and I can even save my ghost data. Thank you. Let's go say hello. No, I don't want to retry, but I just pressed retry. Alright, well, let me try to get up the rocks then. Let me up there. Oh, I'm going. Oh. No, doesn't like that. If I go... Come on, I'm gonna rock climb. Gonna get up there. Gonna get up there. I want to be able to soar above and see it like the gods. But of course, here's the cave, and you can just drive right through the waterfall in reverse. I think later Mario Kart appearances of this, the cave remains elevated on both sides, so you can't just drive in from the back. Continually do this. Funny he doesn't yell at me. I guess I'm not technically going in reverse, I'm just going sidewise. Anyway. See how far we can drive out before... Not far at all. Okay. Thanks, Lagatoo. Stupid. Let's go say hello to... what we will claim is Diddy Kong, still, driving the bus, even though the Japanese website said it was a Yukiki. I don't think it looks like a Yukiki. Let's all look at it together, alright? Let's try to get a good vantage point of the bus. And the driver of the bus. But this is kind of a bad angle here, too. And now the bus is gonna hit me, isn't it? Okay, I can't see you. There. Okay, you see him? They look like Diddy. No, we'll try again. Okay. Oop. So I mean, I have screenshots of this online. Let's wait. It's so hard to see. It looks like you can clearly see the monkey tail, and it has like a baseball hat. There you go. There you go. There you go. It looks like Diddy. And it claimed it was a Yukiki, I guess in like a Mario cap. But it doesn't look like a Mario cap. It looks like a baseball cap. And so in my head canon at the very least, this is an appearance of Diddy Kong driving the bus, Toad's Turnpike, commandeering the bus even, trying to run over the 7 other racers for Donkey Kong's purpose. Hey Diddy, how's it going, buddy? Of course, he had to learn how to drive somewhere before Diddy Kong Racing, so this fills an important gap in the canon of the DKU. So, and I like that this is, you know, Donkey Kong's first foray into the Mushroom Kingdom, at least in the modern era, depending on your point of view. And his pal Diddy was there with him, even if he was mostly off-screen, except for this lovely little appearance right here. And, you know, every time there's more than one bus on the screen, we'll just say the other one is definitely Yukiki. And the one next to us is Diddy Kong. That's how that works. So, see, there, that was a Yukiki that just hit me. And Diddy is just aghast right now that his good buddy Donkey Kong was run over. So, yeah, hell with you, buddy. So stupid. Did you know that the render of Toad's Turnpike has to be cropped outside of Japan because they have the Japanese name for Toad, what, Canopio, is it? On the render, on like the overpass, and they didn't bother to make another version for outside of Japan, so they just cropped it. So we've never gotten the full render in like U.S., Canadian, European, Australian, South American, just anywhere outside of Japan. We've never gotten the full render in publications. So. Is this the bus with Diddy, or is this the bad bus with Yukiki? I've lost track. We're gonna say it's Diddy. Every bus we see is Diddy somehow from this point on. Hi Diddy. So maybe Diddy commandeered a bus, and then a bunch of Yukiki say, hey, that monkey commandeered the bus, we can commandeer the bus. And they all just took to commandeering the buses, and it was just complete bedlam on the highway during this morning commute. Because a bunch of monkeys had taken over public transit. I wonder if there's a bullet train. This is... Like, is there a bullet train in the Mushroom Kingdom? I would imagine there would be, considering the obvious Japanese influences, but... Chris asks, is he carrying or ferrying a busload of Donkey Kongs? Because when you look at the side window profiles and the back window profiles for the passengers, they look like DK. I like to imagine they're just a bunch of terrified mushroom people, toads, as they're now known. All right, Rainbow Road. This is. See if I can pull it off. Oh, boom, poop. I did it. I did it. So that's the Rainbow Road shortcut. I'm somehow okay at pulling that one off because It's not hard to pull off. You just wouldn't think to leap off the edge, but because that elevated bit at the beginning of Rainbow Road is over and just the right distance from this lower bit with the Donkey Kong neon sign, then you can make that jump. And I don't know if it's with a rocket boost at the start or not, but it's a significant leg up on Rainbow Road. Now, if you pull it off, you're in trouble. If you don't pull it off, you're in trouble because you will have to get retrieved by Lakitu, and it just... You're going to put yourself back there. Like, it's a high-risk, high-reward type of thing, and it could be a catastrophe if it doesn't go to plan, but it was always an impressive thing to break out at, like, get-togethers with friends. Like, let me show you what I can do in Rainbow Road. Whoa. Of course, you go to show them, and then you can't pull it off, and then they just think you're an idiot, and like, let me try again, let me try again. I can do this. I can do this. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't think I'm gonna reach it. See, this is what happens when you don't get it, and then you fall, and Lakitu comes to get you. Race data cannot be saved for Ghost. Fuck you, Lakitu. I'll do what I please. And then I've overshot it there. And then he puts me back a little bit further. Oh no, oh no, I'm gonna get chomped. No, the chomp went around me. Good man. Oh. Oh. So I can't get back up there. I can't even with a mushroom. So Lakitu really tried to punish me there because you can't rescale that opening drop if you get too far down, but I like it. We'll try it again on lap 3. Even though I've nullified any of the time saving I did with pulling off on lap 1 by failing repeatedly on lap 2, but it's okay. Mario Kart 64. It's a weird game. It's a weird relationship I have with something like Mario Kart 64. It was, for a very brief window, my favorite N64 game by far. And that window only lasted from February 1997 to November 1997. So, not a full year, about 9 months, and then it was eclipsed by a game in its exact same genre, pretty much from the same mold. And how often does that happen, that that all happens within the same calendar year? Diddy Kong Racing came out, and I didn't turn on this game because I still had a lot of affection and nostalgia for this game, and that remained. And like I said before, I feel like my appreciation for Mario Kart 64 only really started to dim with Mario Kart 8. Just I recognize that Mario Kart 8. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can pull this off. Nope. I didn't give myself enough. Oh, and look how he just tumbles on down. He doesn't even tumble, he just slowly, sadly skids. Yeah, I just I finally felt like, oh, you know, Mario Kart 64, it hasn't held up as well. And it was easier to make the case for this game when you had the more divisive entries. And I say divisive depending on when you grew up, what you grew up with. I obviously understand there are people who grew up with Double Dash, and Double Dash was their Mario Kart, just like Mario Kart 64 was my Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii was their Mario Kart. But I do feel like the formula of Mario Kart became imbalanced with the just items. They just became too chaotic, and it became too much of a crapshoot. Where at least it felt like in Mario Kart 64, yes, the AI is a cheating bastard by far, but you could use the items strategically. There was a certain I guess grace to it all, where between racing, using items strategically, and a little luck, you could pull it all together and successfully mount a victory, no matter which character you use. Where I felt like with Double Dash, it was just a lot more random chance, and it felt like the game would just as soon punish you with the items versus you being able to use the items successfully for yourself. But I feel like Mario Kart 7 is when they started to figure out the balance a little bit better. In Mario Kart 8, they got it right, but Mario Kart 8 has its own problems, not least of which includes the lack of Diddy Kong. This game didn't have Diddy Kong, sans for the bus, but we didn't really care then because there wasn't a Mario Kart game with Diddy Kong. Once they introduced Diddy Kong, then that just poisoned the well for me if a Mario Kart game doesn't have Diddy. But you know, I say all this, but I look back and I really do still have a lot of affection, a lot of love for Mario Kart 64. I think that it will always loom the largest out of all Mario Karts in my mind, even if it's not my favorite to play. And, you know, through all the frustration replaying it on DK Vine Done Slow, I have also rediscovered what I really love about it and what it does better than other Mario Karts. And I think atmosphere, just the vibe of the game, I appreciate to this day. And it feels neat in a way that even Diddy Kong Racing doesn't, in the same way at least. So, I don't know. It's definitely... I don't know if I would recommend this game for anybody who didn't grow up with it, because it does feel clunky, but I'm glad I was the right age to appreciate it, and I'm glad that for 9 months it was my favorite N64 game. So next time on DK Vine Done Slow, next week, next Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. BST, I will be doing battle mode. I'll be bringing in some friends, and we will just be playing Block Fort. A lot of Block Fort probably, but we'll be having fun with battle mode, and that will be the final wind down for DK Vine Done Slow Mario Kart 64. Be sure to tune in this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. BST for DK Vine's Stream of Thieves, and be sure to tune in this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for the Idaho crew. And they just finished Secret of Monkey Island, so I don't know what they'll be playing next. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you for Mario Kart 64 community member, A.K. Vansky. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Gibbon. Thank you to Jeffren. Thank you to Copbox. Thank you to John Tessier. Thank you to Deza Matt. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.